I was playing a Mosrite at the time, like a Ventures model, which was not in the greatest shape, and it was just a spare guitar because mine was being fixed. And I was playing the bottom of a church, so it wasn't a big stage. A stage, 6 inches off the floor because it was a little gymnasium. And I was playing with the Guess Who, and the back door opened, and a young kid walked in with a small brown case. So if you're a guitar player, you recognize this brown case. It's a Gibson case. He came to the front of the stage, he opened it, I looked down, he was like right at my knees, he's like 6 inches below me. And he opens the case and I look and it's a 59 Les Paul with a Bigsby on it. And he points to the guitar and he points to the Mosrite I'm playing like, switch. So right in the middle of the song, I go, okay. I unplug the Mosrite, I get put the Les Paul up, start to play it. It's a very heavy guitar, I tune it up, takes me a whole song to tune it. I played the entire night on this song. When the whole thing was done, this is a church dance, so it's like 3 hours. The whole night was done, I went back to him and I said, that was just fabulous. I always wanted to play a Les Paul like this. And he said, you mean you're giving it back to me? And I said, well, yeah. And he said, isn't this a trade? And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, that's what I said to you. I didn't hear what he was saying when he first came in. He was pointing at each guitar. And he said, my uncle gave me this guitar, and I don't want my uncle's old guitar. I want a guitar like the Ventures, and that's what you're playing. And I said, wow, that's amazing, but it's not a fair trade. And I called the minister, because it was in the basement of a church. I called the reverend over and I said, would you just get the church letterhead and write up that he's trading me this guitar, this Les Paul, the serial number, and here's the Mosrite, and I'm going to give him all the money I have in my pocket, which I think was like $76 or something. And so I did that, and I had that little bill of sale and trade, because later when another lawyer called me many years later, I had that bill of sale. But that guitar went on to be the American Woman sound, the American Woman guitar, the sound of the Guess Who, and I used it on the early BTO albums, and it's now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland on a 2-year loan and valued at big bucks.
We all been slave to the rhythm, and that's just the way it goes.